All right, all right. Welcome back to our Friday I Mustache You. How's the market? And today I have my good friend Julie Robertson out in the Colorado Springs areas. How are you doing today?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for taking time out of your day to jump on here with me. But I thought it'd be a good idea to have you because I know Colorado Springs is booming right now, and who better or not to answer all the market questions, right, than you?
Well,
So,
thank you.
yeah. So your camera turned. Uh-oh. You
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
uh little technical difficulties, but hey, if it's not live if we don't have
Oh wait,
technical
how do we?
difficulties.
I don't know what I did, man. I swear to God.
Now I just see your other
That's my
chair.
other office, my other screen. Wait, Mira, wait. Uh, oh wait, front camera. You guys, this
There
is
we go. You
this
see?
is my life. Like this is. I'm telling you, like you can't trust me with the tech. I need like
But
somebody
you
who.
know what? Who cares? Because you have 7 deals that are closing in February, right?
Yes.
That's freaking insane. That's kudos to you of
It,
doing an amazing job. So let's,
thanks.
let's jump into it. So, how is the current state of your real estate market? I just shared that you have 7 closings, but overall, how is Colorado Springs market doing?
It's doing great in my opinion. I mean, if we talked 3 months ago or even 2 months ago, I don't think I would be saying this. I would be like, I don't know what's going to happen. I think that the buyers are just sick and tired of waiting. Colorado Springs has always, at least in my experience, has always been a very competitive market. I think we reach plateaus and lulls in the market just like everybody does nationwide, but we tend to bounce back pretty quickly. Case in point, I had 11 listings as of like January 1st that were sitting since like August, September, October, like really scary, like, ugh, this is not
Mhm.
a good feeling. Right now, I only have three that are
Oh,
still active, and then we have all of our future ones coming. So a bunch of my listings have gone under contract, and I think it's just a testament to people's confidence overall in the economy. And then the PCS moves that we experience here are full blown happening.
yeah. So,
Um,
are you seeing it more as a buyer's market or a seller's market right now?
so again, 3 months ago, I would have said it's definitely a buyer's market. Buyers can get whatever they want. I think we're in the midst of the transition. So some of my listings have multiple offers. And so I would say the seller has a little bit of play there. We don't have to pay concessions. But then some of my other listings we've certainly given. So I would say it's 50-50 right this second, but I really feel like we're in the midst of a transition. Buyers that I've submitted contracts for have had multiple offers. So I think it's happening now. So
Yeah,
stay tuned. Next month in March, we'll
could be
see what
different.
happens.
Yeah. So, what is the average price point in your area?
So in El Paso County, which is a rather large county, the average is about 550.
Okay.
So it's steadily increased. When I started in real estate in 2020, I think the average was about 450. So maybe 450, you could get a decent house. Couple that with the increase in interest rates, since 2020, which is hard to compare to that because that was a fluke. But it's a decent price point, especially for the military folks around here.
Yeah. Okay. And you were military, right?
Yeah, I did 20 years in the Air Force.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your
Oh,
service. That's
thank-
amazing. I have cousins who are in the Air Force. I had one that was in the Army. I still have one in the Air Force.
yeah,
He's almost, I think, I know me and you talk about it all the time, but he's almost on the cups of coming out. So I think,
yeah.
I think
And
he's
I
already
say
been
stay
20
in.
years. I think he's already 20 years in, or almost close to 20 years.
Oh, there you go. He's retiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. It's a great life, my friend. Like I just not to get too personal, but when you retire, you get like some medical benefits. And my son, God bless this kid, he's like my rough and tumble kid. Like he never gets sick, but we're like in the ER. And thank the Lord for like our insurance.
your
I
benefits.
could go on and on about staying in the military because it's given me this life that I could never
That's
like,
awesome.
thank the Lord. Yeah.
Awesome. So, if you're giving advice to a buyer or seller right now in your area, or maybe even a buyer moving to your area, what kind of advice would you give them?
So always first and foremost is getting that prequal. I think it's more critical than ever. The thought process that you can just come here and fall in love with a house. And then we try to be really conscious of like their BAH. That's a very common thing that they want to keep their payment as close to BH as possible. That prequal will tell me everything. Which parts of town to shop for. I think we just have to be flexible is the most important thing. So don't fall in love with a house. If we need concessions, if you want your closing costs paid, if there's some sort of rate buy down you're hoping for, we may have to put in offers on a few different properties to find the seller right now that's going to give that to you. For the buyers that are really well prepared and they have some money saved, then it's a little, we can find you what you want and you'll pay your own closing costs.
Yeah.
So just being flexible is critical.
Yeah, and that's a great way that you put it, right? Because there are some buyers out there that are wanting some seller concessions to help towards their closing or to
Yeah.
help with that buy down rate. And it's like what you said, you got to be flexible. Man, there are sellers out there still doing that, right? And we
Yes.
have to be able to find that home, and the buyer has to be flexible to be okay with that home because
Right.
that's the sellers that are willing to do that for them.
Right.
So that's a great way to put it. So let's talk about Colorado Springs. So what makes Colorado Springs special or unique?
Oh man, I mean, where do I even begin? We're in the midst of winter right now. I would show you the window, but like the thing that I love personally, I love the snow. I love the cold. But this isn't like an area where it like snows 12 inches and then it stays for 6 months. I mean, what we experience here is the beautiful winter and then it kind of melts in a few days. Like then you're just sort of back to normal. There's some slush on the road. So for like winter sports and whatnot, I mean, that's really convenient. You're not just like a frozen little ice cube sitting in your house all winter. Like there's so much to do here, and everything in this state is within a couple of hours. I mean, hiking, snowboarding, skiing, tubing, just I mean, you name it, fishing, hunting. There's so many outdoorsy enthusiasts that live out here, and just in general the economy in the Springs is the majority of it's military, but we also have the other government contractors, Northrop Grumman, Boeing, you name it, they're all here. Space Force, big, huge here. So there's just I mean, I don't have enough time.
Yeah.
There's so much to do here.
Yeah, I know when we took our trip over there in December, and we met up and I was like, what do we do? And you're like, you do this. And I'm like, we're only here for a couple of days. I don't have
Time.
much time to do all that. And so my family, we were talking about it and, like, you know what, we're going to go back this year and we're just going to stay a full week so that
Yeah.
that way we can really dive into.
And come in the summer, because the summer's a totally different vibe. Like I'm telling you, like just go just to walk around and feel like the fresh air and the beauty of the mountains. I mean, I've been living here for 7 years and I'm still not over in the morning when I'm driving to work, the sunrise. It's
Yeah.
just unbelievably beautiful here.
So we may do that. We may just go back in the summer since we have
Yeah.
time then. So what's one thing that most people don't know about living in your town?
Well, in regards to real estate, it's usually people are surprised at the pricing. I think that's a little bit surprising to folks, that it's a little more pricey than maybe they were hoping for, especially if they're moving from Texas or somewhere in the Midwest. They're like, they just don't understand paying almost $500,000 for a house, right? That's just unheard of for a regular house,
Mhm.
not even like on acreage. We're not getting anything fancy. So that can be a little bit of a bummer, to be negative Nancy. On the positive side, I think people don't realize how much there is to do. And I would really say, like, we're football fans, as you know, like getting up to see the Broncos, like Denver's 45 minutes away. Denver International Airport is 45 minutes away. And Colorado Springs Airport is building and growing. So there's just like you have everything you need here. I don't know what else. What do you need? I don't
Yeah.
know.
So you said you've been living there 7 years. So what brought you to Colorado Springs? Was it the
No,
military or was it
yep,
something else?
yep, nope. I was stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and then I got orders in 2017. And I had previously been stationed in Alaska before North Carolina, and we were really trying to get back there. But of course, the military tries to like swindle you for more time. And they were like, well, we need you to do 4 more years. And I was like, no, where can I go for 2 years? And so they said, well, the best we can do is the Air Force Academy here in Colorado Springs. And I thought, okay, sure, why not? Let's just do it. And that's how we wound up here.
Yeah.
And we had sort of committed to our children that we would stay somewhere where they could graduate high school. And so that pretty much solidified us staying here, at least for the foreseeable future. We really thought we would move to like Texas or Florida just for the veteran benefits, the taxes and whatnot. But I mean, the longer we spend here, I really just don't see us leaving. I really just don't. It's a great place to raise children. It's a great place to retire. Like, I don't see it right now. You know, God may have other plans, but we love it here.
Yeah. So are there any new like upcoming developments that are happening in your area?
So many, so many. So I like to do, whenever I do my buyer consultations, I always show them like the Google Maps.
Yeah.
And Colorado Springs is kind of shaped like a football. There's north and south, and then there's the west side, which is all mountains, right? The Rocky Mountains. You can't really move. It's whatever's built there, it's there. Everybody's moving east. All the developers, everything is happening east. I live east of the Springs. And I'm so grateful that I bought there because it's so up and coming. The values are continuing to increase. So multiple developments happening. There's lots of growth from Denver that pushes down because Denver's quite expensive to live. So tons of spaces. I mean, just depend again. I always pull people back to your budget. Like, tell me your budget and tell me what you're hoping for, and then I can help point some things out to you depending on what you need.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So we're going to wrap it up, but I want to ask
Yeah.
you a few more things. So what is your favorite local restaurant or hangout spot?
Well, so everyone's gonna laugh when they see this. So there's this place called Sonora's. It's it's like a carniceria. Like, you could go in there and get all your like Mexican food, the Mexican candy, the pan dulces. Well, they just opened up a place near my house, literally 3 minutes from my house. And embarrassingly, I'm there like 2 to 3 times a week. Like,
Hey, if it's that good, it's good, right? I mean, I
I'm
go.
I bring everybody there, and then you can still go shopping there
Nice.
to bring stuff home. So yeah, we love that place.
So if like me or somebody is there visiting, thinking about moving, what is the absolute must place they must visit?
Oh man.
You have out of all the things that are there, right? You have a lot of stuff that people can do there. What is the
have
absolute
to go
one
to
thing?
Pikes Peak. You
Right.
have to. You have to just do it even just once. And you have to be prepared because some people get a little bit of altitude sickness, but we'll discuss that at another point. Like, call me because I'll tell you how to prep for that. But you have to go to the peak. I mean, it is so unbelievably beautiful, and you just feel so small in this crazy world of ours. It's unbelievably beautiful.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we wish we would have done, but I know they had part of it closed off because of
In the winter.
the winter, and so
Yeah.
maybe we go back in the summer. We're going to do that.
Definitely.
All right. So we talked about your favorite local restaurant, the absolute
Mhm.
thing. So how did you get started in real estate?
Oh,
Let's end real quick with that.
totally. Yeah. So I did a new build. I had a realtor. Her name is Jenny Brown. I still am in touch with her to this day. And I thought, oh my God, I love this like new build situation. I could totally do this. And I thought I was going to go be a new home sales rep for the builder. And I did that for less than 6 months. I hated it because you're sitting in the same house. It's not me. That's not me at all. So I called Jenny and I was like, can you tell me about your job? And literally 2 weeks I spent with her all over this dang county, and I loved it. And literally, if it wasn't for her, she was the one who like really encouraged me to get my license. And it's literally like been such a blessing ever since. I love it so
Awesome.
much.
All right. So for everybody who's looking to move in that area or looking to move to that area, how can they best get a hold of you?
You can always call or text me. I still answer my phone. So 719-367-8676. You can also follow me on social media, which is Julie Colorado Realtor on Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again, everybody. If you're looking to move out in that area, or if you're in that area and looking to move just within the city, be sure to contact Julie. She's amazing. I've known her for years, and she'll definitely take care of you. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, guys.